Hello, I am in the Pacific Northwest. I've never done live on my phone for the Catholic channel or for any channel. Look, it's a nice, cute little park. I'm gonna go back to the water. If anybody comes in, let me see if that happens. Oh, there's some women walking by me. Let's, so, I am walking around. Came up here for a few days because I like this. See, if you guys like live in the Pacific Northwest, you're used to this. Growing up in the Bayou Swamp that is Houston, Texas, and later living in Central Texas, where we perceive the hill country to be beautiful because it's essentially desert, hilly scrub. We don't get a lot of this verdant kind of pasture, this verdant beauty. I've always liked this. So I came to the Pacific Northwest probably in high school was the first time. And that was 1991. And I think since then, I've been up either to Cascadia, as they would call it. I've been to Cascadia probably, let me think, 91, 1994. I drove from Texas all the way up here to British Columbia, actually, with my friend. We told my parents that we were taking a 2-week break for summer down to visit friends in San Antonio, and we actually just drove in our car all the way to British Columbia. That was in 94. Parents never found out. They never bothered to look at the odometer, which had 7,000 extra miles on the car. But then in 2000, I moved to Alaska in 1997. And in 2000, I drove through Seattle and British Columbia. Look, I think I'll sit over here. See, now because of the lighting, probably can't see. Yeah, it doesn't look as good. And then probably then in 2011, I was here. 2016, 17, I was here. And then most recently during COVID tide in 2020, I came up here from Texas. I mean, the flights were so cheap. Everyone was so scared about COVID. I wasn't scared about COVID ever. And this was like June of 2020. So I got really cheap tickets. And stayed on the Olympic Peninsula, really obscure little place in the Olympic Peninsula. So that was the last time I was here, was 2020. I just love blue therapy. I just love green therapy. I just love it. The studies show that's good for you. Lowers your pulse, lowers your blood pressure, lowers your cortisol levels just to be like in nature. But for me, like going down to the Texas coast does nothing for me. In terms of beach, I don't like beach. I don't like sand and waves. I like bay. See, like look at this. See, this is what I like. Look at this. The sun's coming out, right on the water. It's just lovely. This is why I like the Pacific Northwest, because there's just a lot of inlets, bays, fjord. I guess there's no fjords because we don't have glaciers, but just little inlets and stuff. It just makes it like real nice. Just real nice. So I'm here the next 3-4 days just walking around. And I've never done live, so I don't know if this will be eventually be uploaded and people will get to see it. But I will, if people can watch this later, because no one's here live, then maybe we'll do it again. Let's see how I can turn this off.